This conference will now be recorded.
So if you download Eclipse, let me make you as a presenter, Harsha.
Yeah, okay, Ramji.
Yeah, Harsha, I made you as a presenter. So please share your screen.
Yeah,
So can you maximize that window? Yeah, can you go inside the Eclipse folder?
yeah, I think it is still in a zip file. I think I have to unzip
Yeah,
it.
you have to unzip it. You have to, first of all, do one thing. Cut
Yeah,
it, cut it, cut it,
yeah,
cut. Okay?
yeah.
And go and paste it in the softwares folder.
Okay, okay.
I asked you to put all the softwares in the softwares folder, right?
Yeah, that was in the downloads.
Yeah. So go and paste it in the softwares folder and unzip it. Right click, extract.
Sorry. Extract.
Yeah, everyone follow the same step because it takes some time. It takes at least, I think, few seconds, or at least 1 or 2 minutes it will take. Everyone follow the same step in meantime.
Okay.
I should have told this step yesterday itself. It doesn't
Yeah, I
then.
thought to do it last night, but I was busy doing something else and I just did forgot about it. So should we have an Eclipse account for this one too, Ramji, or no need for Eclipse?
Not required. Is everyone following that? Is everyone
Yes,
doing the same
Ramji.
step? Yeah.
If at all I had the WinRAR extraction tools, it would have been a lot easier. I did not download. Yes.
Okay. So go and open the Eclipse folder.
Yeah.
Click on that eclipse.exe file, that blue color.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can you please maximize your window? Why are you doing it in minimize? Hold on, hold on. So when you click on that Eclipse, is everyone looking at his screen?
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yes.
Yes.
others are sleeping. Divya, Shravanti, Kyati, are you sleeping?
No, I'm here.
Yeah, then you have to respond loud and clear. You have to respond loud and clear.
Okay.
So when you click on that eclipse.exe file, when you click on eclipse.exe file, it will ask you select the workspace. What does it mean? Means so the workspace is nothing but the place where all your programs will be stored. So right now, when you're writing the programs in the notepad, you're storing it on the desktop November folder, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is your workspace. That is the space where you're storing your programs, right?
Yes.
So now Eclipse is asking, hey, where do you want to store all the programs which you write, which are going to write in Eclipse, which you are going to write in Eclipse? Where do you want to store all the programs? So you have to
Yes.
give the workspace location. So your wish, you can give whatever the location you want to give. So please select a workspace location where you want to store all the programs that you are going to write in Eclipse.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to save here, Ramji, because that is my like online, so that I can access it from
That's fine.
anywhere I
That's
want.
what I'm saying. That's your wish. You need not give explanation for that. So click on OK. But I hope everyone understood what you mean by workspace, right?
Yes. Yes, Ramji.
Yeah,
Yes.
click on OK,
Yeah.
Harsha. Yeah. So can you please maximize that? Can you click on right hand side? There's a icon called workbench. If you see right hand side, there's a icon called workbench. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, click on that icon workbench. Yeah, this is how the Eclipse look and feel. I mean, it's how it looks. When you click on the workbench, this is what the screen that you're seeing, and the screen that you're seeing now is the Eclipse how it looks.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let me make myself as presenter. Yeah, is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So let me close this. Let me open the Eclipse again. I also have it in softwares folder. Eclipse Indigo. So I have a Eclipse Indigo, I have a Eclipse Oxygen also, but I'm using Eclipse Indigo right now, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is asking me to select a workspace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'll do is, so this is a new training that we are starting, right? So I'll give it as a November training, something like this.
Okay.
Okay, in C drive users 93562, I'll give November training. Okay,
Okay.
click OK. So let me click on the workbench. This is how the Eclipse looks like, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So now what everyone has to do is, I mean, after opening the Eclipse, not now, you just focus now. You have to practice after this class, not now. I want everyone to look at my screen and don't do anything.
Okay.
So go to the file, new, other, click on Java project. So just type Java here. So it will give you Java project. Just select that Java project and click next. So you are creating a new Java project, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
We went to the file, create new Java project.
Okay.
So you have to give the project name. So maybe you can give the project name as something like this. You can give any
Yeah.
name, correct? You
Yeah.
have to give the
Yeah.
project name. So I gave the project name as first project. Any questions?
No.
Then next thing that you have to do is you have to select the JRE. You have to select the JRE. It means why do you need to select the JRE? Because whenever you write a program in the Eclipse, definitely you want to compile the program and you want to run the program, right?
Yes.
Yes.
If you want to compile the program or if you want to run the program, you need a JRE, correct? I mean, JRE
Yes.
is to
Yeah.
run the program, Java compiler is to compile the program, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So it means JRE is required. Eclipse has to know. Eclipse has to know what is your JRE location, so that Eclipse can use the JRE to run the programs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while creating a Java project, you have to specify the JRE location also.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So just click on configure JREs. Configure JREs. Just remove this. Click add. Click add. Standard VM. I'm adding a JRE. Okay. I'm configuring JRE. I have to specify where is the JRE home.
Yeah.
Just go and click
Okay.
on directory. So it is in C drive software right in my laptop.
Yes.
So I'll go to the C drive software. So it is JDK 1.7. Just select the JDK 1.7 folder. That's all. So you are telling this is the folder in which JRE is also present. That is what you are telling. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So click finish. Now you select this JDK. See, earlier by default you have something like this checked, right? So I
Yes.
don't want this
Yes.
1.8 JRE because I'm working with 1.7, right? So
Yeah.
Yes.
just uncheck that. Now add a new JRE and select the JDK 1.7. Correct?
Yes.
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 So click OK. So now you can say use the default JRE because it is I want to make it a JDK 1.7 as the default JRE.
Yes.
So now Eclipse will use this JRE. After you write the program in the Eclipse, when you want to run the program, you have to tell the Eclipse where is the JRE location. So that's what I told Eclipse while creating a project itself.
Yeah.
While creating a project itself, I'm telling the JRE location, correct?
Yes.
So click finish. Yes. Once again, let me show you again. File, new,
You. Others.
file, new. So right now Java project is visible here. So if it is not visible,
Okay.
go to the other, correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rightly click on Java project. So second project, okay. So use the default JRE. If it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
for the first time, you have to click on configure JREs and configure the JRE location, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So click next. So earlier by mistake I click finish, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So you have to click next. Actually you can click on finish, not a problem.
Okay.
But I want to show you something, that's why I clicked on next. Okay.
Mhm.
So I clicked on next. If you look here, there is something called default output folder, correct?
Yes.
So it is a bin folder, secondary project slash, second project slash bin, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So just remember this. I'll talk about it in some time.
Okay.
So there's a default output folder. If you want to change that folder location, the output folder location, you can change it. That's your wish. You can browse and you can change it if you want to change it. If, by default, this is the location for the output folder.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
talk about what is output folder in some time.
Okay.
Just remember that, okay?
Okay.
So when you click on finish, the project will be created,
Okay.
correct? So the
Yeah.
first
Okay.
project, I created two projects. This is the first project, this is the second project, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in for the first project, I configured the JRE location. For the second project also, I configured the JRE location, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And for the first project, the default output folder is first project slash bin. For the second project, the default output folder is second project slash bin. That is the default. By default, that is the output folder. If you want to change it, you can change it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, and what is my workspace? What is my workspace? If you
The
want to
one
know
we
what is
given.
the
Project
workspace,
software.
right click on the project properties. Right click on the project properties. You can see the resource here, right? That is the
Yes.
location. C drive users 93562 November training. In this is the workspace in which you created a first project, correct?
Yes.
If you want, you can open that and see. See, first, so I created a first project. When I create a first project, you can see the bin folder here, right? Inside the first project.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the folder, this is the default output folder I'm talking about, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll tell you what is going to be output folder in some time.
Okay.
And one more thing is, you can see the SRC folder also, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So it means when you create the project, so this is how when you expand this, I'm sorry, I have to close this. When you expand this project, by default, you see this folder called SRC.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is the default structure of a Java project that is created in Eclipse. When
Okay.
you create a project, by default, the SRC folder will be created. By default, the bin folder will be created, correct?
Yes.
So even for the second project, by default, the
Yes.
SRC folder is created. So when you create a project, by default, you see the SRC folder.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So SRC means source. So this is where you have, this is the folder where you have to write your Java code, the source code. You have to write the source code inside the SRC folder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now just select the SRC folder. Let me minimize this. Okay. So, because I'll work on the first project only, I don't work on the second project. Okay. So select the SRC folder, right
Okay.
click on the SRC folder, new, create a package. I'll talk about what is a package in some time.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
to create a package, right click on the SRC folder and create a new package. You can give the package name like anything. So I'll give com.my package. You can give any name. Okay, com.my package. So the package is created. I'll tell you what is in the package. Don't worry. So I have a com.my package now. So just select the
Yeah.
package, right click on the package, new, click on new, just new class. I want to create a new class. Give the class name. I want to create a class name A, class A.
Yeah.
Just I got the class A.
Yes.
So don't worry about what is going to be public here. because I did not tell you what is a public class and what is a public method, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So don't worry about public. So this is a class A, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is the advantage of Eclipse? So you need not type class A, flower brackets, open flower brackets, close. You need not type all these things. Eclipse will
Yes.
automatically give you this code, correct?
Yes.
So what you have to do is you have to create a new Java project. When you create a Java project, by default, you see the SRC folder, correct?
Yes.
And just right click on the SRC folder, select the SRC folder, right click on the SRC folder, create a new package.
Package.
So after creating a package, right click on that package and create a new class and give the name of the class. It will create a class, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So right now I have a class A. Now what I
Yeah.
have to do is inside this class A, I want to write a main method, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So just type how do you write a main method? Public static void
Static
main,
void
correct?
main. Yeah.
But you already know what is the pain in writing that, because sometimes
Yeah.
you give uppercase, sometimes you give lowercase, and all those things you have seen all that pain, right?
Yes.
If you have to type manually by yourself, it's a painful task.
Yes.
So just what you have to do is just type main. That's all. Main. Everyone remember, just type main and click on Control Enter. Control Enter.
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 So that is the shortcut key. Control Enter. Everyone has to, sorry, Control Space. You have to click on Control Space. Space
Okay.
bar. Control Space.
Space.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I want everyone to focus here. This is very important. Going forward, everyone has to use the shortcut keys. You should not type each and every line.
Yes.
Okay.
So Control Space. Okay. Control
Space.
Space.
When you click on Control Space, it will give you options. Hey, what do you want? So it means Eclipse is interacting with you. Hey, what do you want? You want this option or this option or this option? It is asking you. It is giving multiple options.
Yes.
Okay.
Getting it? That is why I
Yes.
called Eclipse is a IDE. It is an interactive development environment. That is an environment which interacts with you. It is an interactive environment. Getting it? Where you can develop some applications fastly.
Yes.
So interactive development environment. So it is interacting with you. It is asking you what option you want. When you say Control Space, it is asking you what option you want. I want the main method, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
That's all. It will write everything on behalf of you.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So Control S. Now what I have to do? I have to. I'll write a simple program. I'll do some system.out.println. Okay.
Okay.
So how do you write system.out.println? I have to type each and everything, right?
Uh,
Yes.
not here. Maybe.
So I have to type each and everything. I have to say system S uppercase dot out and all these things, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to do all those because there are shortcut keys. I wanted you to use the shortcut keys. So
Yes.
SYS sys out sys out S all lowercase SYS out sys out. So
Yes.
going forward, I'll call it as a sys out.
Okay.
So Control Space, same shortcut key. Control Space. This is a very important shortcut key. Everyone has to remember. Control Space. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So sys out, Control Space. That's all. It will give you system.out.println.
Okay.
Okay.
And it is ending with a semicolon as well.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. So system.out.println. Now whatever you want to print, that's your wish. I'll print hello world or something like this. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to save the program. See, for example, let me write it again. Sys out, Control
Control space.
Space.
Yes.
Okay, now I made some changes in the program, right?
Yes.
It is not saved at it. Can you see this star mark here?
Yeah.
On a.java left side,
Yeah.
there is star mark, correct? It means the
Yes.
file is not saved.
Okay.
So you have to save the file. So before saving, I want to modify the file still. So hello world. See, the file is still not saved, correct?
Yes.
So let me save it. Control S means save. You know that button shortcut key Control S, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just save it, Control S. That's all. Now that SolveLock has gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now file is saved. I saved the file. I have written a program. I have written a simple program, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What is the next step we have to do in see, this is the same thing we have written in the notepad, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Same thing we have written this class. We have written this class. We have a main method. We have written some sysout. So this is what we have written. But right,
Yes.
what is the extra step we did in Eclipse? We created a package.
Yes.
We created a package called com.mypackage. So that is the package, com.mypackage. In this package, I'm writing a class.
Okay.
Okay, that is the only extra step.
Okay.
Okay, so now next step, what you have to do in when you write a program in Notepad, what you are doing in Notepad next step?
We
Com-
save and we go to the command prompt and there we execute the program.
Yeah, so we have to compile the program. That is the next step, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
How you are compiling is secondary. So you are going to the command prompt or compiling it, that is secondary. But the step is you have
Yes.
to compile it.
Yes.
You have to compile the program. So how do you compile the program in Eclipse? So you don't need to compile at all because the program is already compiled. While writing the program itself, the program is getting compiled by the Eclipse. See, for example, if I forgot to give the semicolon, there is a compilation error.
Yes.
Okay.
On the fly it compiles. You need not compile the program again. You need not go to the command prompt java c a.java. You need not specify that. It is already getting compiled.
Okay.
So you need not do that step again. That is, I mean, you need not perform the step. That is, the step is performed automatically by Eclipse.
Okay.
Getting it? So
Yeah.
how Eclipse is compiling it? Eclipse is also following the same thing that what you did. What you did the java c space a.java, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Eclipse is also using java c command behind the scenes to compile this program. Eclipse is also using java c command behind the scenes to compile this program. So how
Okay.
does it know the java c command where it is present? Because you already configured the JDK location.
Okay.
You already configured the JDK location, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you configure the JRE location. To be frank, you configure the
Yeah.
JRE location, not the compiler location, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but see, right click on this project, go to the properties, project properties, go to the Java compiler. If you look at the Java compiler, so Eclipse is using by default the 1.4 compiler. So I don't want that. Just click on the select box. I wanted it to use 1.7 compiler. Click OK. So Eclipse is by default using Java 1.4 compiler. It has a by default compiler. You
Okay.
configure the JRE location, not the Java location, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Not the Java compiler location, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but by default, Eclipse will have a Java compiler.
Okay.
You can ask Eclipse to use the Java 1.7 compiler instead of 1.4, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we are working with Java 1.7.
Yes.
So just right click on project, properties, go to the Java compiler, and here you select 1.7 in this box. Just check this checkbox and select the 1.7, correct?
Yes.
And click OK. That's all. So now Eclipse is using that 1.7 compiler to compile the program. It is doing it automatically. It knows the Java C command. That compiler is already there in Eclipse.
Okay.
Any questions?
No. No.
So it means I completely eliminated one step that we are doing in Notepad, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what is the next step?
Run the program.
Run what? Dot class file, correct?
Yeah. Run
Yes.
documents.
But where is the dot class file here? Do you see the a.class file anywhere?
No.
No.
That is what I mean by output folder. Correct? The default
Yes.
output folder for this project is bin folder. Correct?
Yes.
That's what I told. So go and check. 1 second. Let me close all these windows first. So what is the workspace of this project? Right click properties. Right click properties. Just go to the resource. Copy this location. This is the workspace, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Copy that location. Windows R. Control V. So this is the bin folder, right? If you look at the
Yes.
SRC folder, in the SRC folder you have com.mypackage.class
Okay.
a.java, correct?
Okay.
Yes.
com.mypackage a.java. It's like a
Yes.
folder. No, that package will be created as a folder.
Okay.
So now when you go to the SRC folder again, you have when you go to the first project, you have SRC folder and bin folder. Go inside the bin folder. You can see com.mypackage a.class.
Okay.
Okay.
So Eclipse already compiled the program and kept the .class file in the output folder that you configured. If you don't configure any output folder, so it will take the default output folder as a bin folder, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now I have a.class file inside the bin folder. Agreed?
Yes.
Bin folder of this project.
Yeah.
Now tell me, how do I run that .class file? I have to run the .class file, right? I have to go to the command prompt and go to that location and run the .class file.
No.
No.
Not required. What you'll do is just
The
right click on this file. You can write. Sorry, you can click anywhere. You can click anywhere. Just give the focus here. Then right click, run as Java application. When you say run as Java application, it will go and run the a.class file, not the a.java file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will run the a.class file. So Eclipse knows it has to run the a.class file, even though you're right clicking on a.java and saying run as Java application, it is not running a.java, it is running a.class file.
Yeah.
Because you can run only .class files, you cannot run .java. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So run as Java application. I got this output on the console.
Yes.
Do you think it is simple?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So it might look very weird for you because this is the first time you're seeing Eclipse. But every day we do the same thing going forward. Every day we create a package, we create a classes inside the package, and we write the methods inside the class, and we compile, and the compilation will be done automatically, and we'll run the program by right clicking on run as Java application. Any questions?
No.
No.
So you will get used to it in 1 or 2 days. Don't worry. It might be very weird for you today, but you will get used to it in 1 or 2 days. In 1 or 2 classes. Okay. So now, so this is how I have written my first program in the Eclipse, correct?
Yeah.
So now tell me, why did we learn everything in Notepad first? If I don't tell you in the Notepad, you never know the concept of .class, correct? If you start writing your programs in Eclipse directly from day one, if you start writing the programs directly in Eclipse, how do you know what is meant by .class?
Yeah.
So here, because the .class is not visible here, you're just right clicking on that and run a Java application, right? How do you know that it is running the .class file? You don't know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to know the basics. What is happening behind the scenes? Behind the scenes, Eclipse is also using the Java-C command. Eclipse is also using the Java command to compile the program and to run the program.
Yes.
Whatever you did using Notepad and command prompt, Eclipse is also doing the same thing. It is also using the same commands to compile and to run.
Okay.
So you should know when you compile, you'll get a dot class file, and Eclipse is running the dot class file. You should know all these things. If you directly start working with Eclipse, you don't learn all those things. Correct?
Yep.
Yes.
And the second part is, if you don't know what is the pain in writing in Notepad, you don't understand the advantage of Eclipse. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
First of all, you have to go through that pain. You have to go through that pain in writing the program. Correct?
Yes.
And if you start using Eclipse, you will understand the power of Eclipse. That is the reason in every batch I start Java classes with a notepad and command prompt for the first 2-3 classes. Then I'll start using Eclipse. So because you have to understand the pain. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are the two advantage. These are the two reasons why I started with Notepad. The first reason is, so you will not be knowing the internals behind the scenes. What is happening behind the scenes if you directly start working with Eclipse? You don't know what is Java C command, what is Java command, because Eclipse is also using those commands. If I start directly talking with explaining the things in Eclipse, you don't understand those things because you never know that Eclipse is using Java C command, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but now you know how to compile the program and how to run the program and what Eclipse is doing behind the scenes. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine. So this is how you write a program and compile the program. Compilation will be done automatically and you are running the program. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So now let me write few programs very quickly. So let me write a class called. Otherwise, if you want, you can create a you can right click on the package, new
Yeah.
class. You can create another class if you want. Otherwise, you can write the class in the same file. In the a.java only, you can write multiple classes. Otherwise, you can write class A in the a.java and you can write class B in the b.java file. Once again, yeah. So, oh, I got some call. Okay. So now I created I right click on the package, create new and class. Correct? So you have to
Yes.
give the class name. I'll give the class name as C. Now I'll get C.java. So now I have 3 .java files in this package. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So class C is there in com.my my package, and class B is there in com.my my package, and class A is also there in com.my my package. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So now what I'll do is in class B, I will write a method called M1. Correct?
Yes.
So I've written one method called M1. The return type is mandatory in Java. Correct?
Yeah.
If you
Yes.
don't write a return type, it will give a compilation error.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have to give a return type void M1. So now sysout. I'm sorry, it should be sysout. Okay, sysout control space. Sysout control space.
Space.
So inside M1. Okay. Now I will write M2 method in class C. Sysout inside M2. So now I have 3 classes: class A, class B, and class C. Class A has one member. Class B has one member. Class C has one member. I told
Yes.
methods and variables are together all the members of a class. Correct?
Yes.
So class A has one method, that is one member of a class. Class B has one member of a class, and class C has one member of a class. Correct? One member in the class.
Yes.
So now what I'll do is inside this main method, I'll write a logic. I will create an object of class B. I'll create an object of class B. Correct?
New
And
term.
I'll call M1. So when you create an object of class B and when you say dot, Eclipse will automatically give you the options. what you want to do with this object, what you want to do with this object, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to call M1. That's all. On class B object, I want to call M1 method. I need not type everything. I can select the options, correct?
Yes.
Because Eclipse is interacting with me. When you say dot, so Eclipse is giving, okay, what you want to call on this object, which method you want to call on this object. Do you want to call M1 method? Yes, you can select M1 method. Okay.
Okay.
So now, when I run this program, right click on this a.java, run as Java application.
Java.
Inside M1 is printed because the main method will be called automatically by JRE. When you say run as Java application, JRE will automatically call the main method, and here it is creating the object of class B, and on that object you are calling M1. Without
Yes.
creating a object for class B, you cannot call M1, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
You need a object to call M1 because M1 is a instance method.
Yes.
M1
Yes.
is a instance method in class B, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Similarly, if you want to call new C dot, you can call M2 method, correct?
Yes.
On class C object, you can call M2 method. So now when I run this program, every time I run this program, the main method will be called and the first line will be executed. So whenever it says new, it will get a new object. On that new object, it is calling M1. So then it is creating a new object for class C and calling M2, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So run as Java application. Did you get inside M1 and inside M2? So whenever this method is called, the logic inside the method will be executed. Whenever M1 is called, this logic will be executed. So this method is completed. Then the control will go back to the calling place, and its next line will be executed. So you're calling M2. So it will go and execute the M2 method. It will execute all the code in the M2 method. So when this method is completed, it will go back to the calling place. And here the main method is completed, program is completed. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is how you can create an object and call the methods. The same program I have written in the notepad. Now I'm writing the same program in the Eclipse. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So now one more thing is, so I can create an object of class B and I can refer this object with a class B variable. Correct? The variable
Yes.
name can be anything. You can give any name for the variable. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I cannot store this object in the integer variable. I cannot store this object in the string variable. I cannot store this object in the boolean variable. I can store this object in the class B variable. I can refer this object with the class B variable, correct? So this variable is
Yes.
of type class B. The variable declaration and the initialization happening at the same line. So did you understand that or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Then why are you have to be loud. You have to be loud and confident. You cannot remain silent.
Okay, Ram.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to see that confidence in everyone.
Okay.
So I declared a variable which is of class B variable, correct? This is how you declare a variable, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Now I can give the value to that variable.
B. Yes.
The variable name can be anything. The variable name can be Ramji also, agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
Give any name for the variable, but for time giving, I'm giving it as a OBJ. So this is the variable I declared. This is of type class B. Now I'm initializing the variable with a value, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm storing the object of class B inside this variable. I'm referring this object with this variable, correct? So you
Yes.
Yes.
can write like this also. Then you can call obj.m1, correct? Then this
Yes.
method m1 is called on this particular object.
Yes.
So run as Java application. Got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
So otherwise what you can do is you can declare the variable and initialize the variable in the same line instead of wasting one more line.
Yes.
So this is also correct. So right click run as Java application. Suppose if I call the method m1 again, I'm calling the same functionality two times. So every time I call this functionality, the logic inside this functionality will be executed, right?
Executed. Yes.
Yes.
So I'll get inside M1 and inside M1 two times. Got it?
Okay.
Yes.
So this is how you write a program in Eclipse. So what else we discussed yesterday? So for example, you write a class called new class in the same package. Right click on the package and create a class called human beings. So let me write some variables int eyes, int ears, int nose, and let me write some functionalities void C. If you look at the naming standards, I'm following the naming standards in each and every line, correct?
Yes.
The variable naming standards, the class naming standards, the method naming standards, everything in every program. If you observe from day one, in every program I follow the naming standards, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So I wanted you to follow the naming standards as well. So sysout
Okay.
control space inside C. So let me write void listen sysout control space inside listen, and let me write one more functionality void breathe sysout inside breathe. Okay, something like this. I've written some dummy logics for the C method and the listen
Yeah.
method and the breathe method, correct?
Yes.
So now what I'll do is I'll go and create the object of human beings class.
Okay.
New human beings. Just control space. HUMA control space. It will give you human beings, correct?
Yes.
New human beings. So I can refer this object with a variable, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So just before this line, just click here. It is blinking there, right? Before the stop beginning of the line.
Yes.
Beginning of the line, it is blinking, right? Now
Yes.
just enter control one, number one, control one. So here you have to say assign statement to new local variable. You'll get this. Give the variable name
Okay.
whatever you want. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Control one. See, the purpose of this particular class, this morning class, what I'm taking now, is just to make you familiar with the Eclipse. Okay, I wanted
Okay.
everyone to
Okay.
start with this by evening. I wanted everyone to use the shortcut keys. Control space, sysout, correct? Main, main method. You should know how
Yes.
to
Okay.
run the program in the Eclipse. Okay, you should know how to create a class in Eclipse. You should know how to create a package in the Eclipse. So that is the purpose of this class. I'm not going to teach anything extra in this class.
Yeah. Okay, Ramji.
Okay, so whatever the programs we have learned earlier, the same programs I'm talking it again.
Yes.
So I created an object of this class and referring this object with a variable which is of type human beings, right? So now
Yes.
what I can do is so Ramji dot I is equal to 2. So because I can give the value for a variable. This is an instance variable, right? So
Yes.
because the value of the variable depends on the object. For this object, the value of this variable is 2
Two.
because it is an integer variable, right? I can give only integer value.
Yes.
Yes.
So Ramji dot ears equal to 2, Ramji dot nose equal to 1. So these are the values I gave for this particular object. Now what I'll do is I'll create another object, new human beings. Okay. So now just beginning of the
Control.
line, just click here, control
Control
1,
one.
assign statement to new local variable. So you can give any name here x. Okay.
Yes.
Human beings. So this x is a variable which is pointing to this object. So now I can say
Yes.
that x dot I is equal to 1. Maybe it's having only one eye. X dot ears equal to 1 and x dot nose equal to 1. Okay.
Yes.
Similarly, you can create another object and give the values to that object as well. Now, the value of the
Okay.
variable depends on the object. If I ask you what is the value of ice, you should ask me for which object you're asking.
Yes.
So now, sys out. If I say what is the value of x dot ice, what is the value you get?
1.
I am asking what is the value of ice for this particular object. X is nothing but this
1.
particular object. For this particular object, what is the value of ice? It is 1,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Run as Java application. Similarly, if I ask you what is the value of Ramji.ice or Ramji.es, that's your wish, whatever the value you want. So for this, Ramji is nothing but this particular object. For this particular object, ES value is 2,
2.
correct?
Yes.
Similarly, sys out Ramji.ice. So you need not type everything again. When you say Ramji dot, it will give you options. Ice or ES, what do you want to do? I want ice,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Just control space or dot, just dot, it will give you the options. So right click, run as Java application. I got 1 to 2. One is for the ice. Ramji.ice, ES is 2. Ramji.ice is 2. I got all these output. When I run this program, the main method will be called and each and every line will be executed and these 3 sysouts will be printed.
Yes. Okay.
Any questions here?
No.
No, Ramesh.
Okay. So the only extra thing I told in this class is you have to create a package inside the SRC folder.
Yes.
So I will tell you what is meant by package very shortly. So I know that I am keeping so many things pending. I did not tell you what is an array. I did not tell you what is a public. I did not tell you what is a static. I did not tell you. So I did not tell you what is a package. Correct?
Yes.
There are things I have to tell you. I know that. We will, and I also did not tell you what is a local variable. Yesterday I touched one point called local variable, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I did not tell you
Yes,
what is a
sir.
local variable. I told you what is a instance variable. I told what is a instance method, correct?
Yes.
So we will touch each and every point. Don't worry. We will cover each and everything in the coming classes.
Okay, Ramji.
That is the reason we need at least 35 classes for core Java. We have to understand each and every line that we are writing.
Okay.
You have to understand what
Okay.
is a static method. You have to understand what is a public method. You should understand what is a local variable. You should understand each and everything. What is a package and all those things, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
There are so many other things.
Okay.
We have to start object OOPS concepts as well, which will take at least 10 classes.
Okay,
We have
Ramji.
to learn so many things. We have to learn so many things in the coming classes. So I'll talk about each and everything that I'm speaking in the class. Don't worry about that. If I'm pending the thing, if I'm keeping the things pending. If I tell you that, okay, I'll talk about public ladder, I'll talk about static ladder, I'll talk about package ladder. So I'm pending the things, I know that, but I cannot explain everything in one class.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have to wait for at least another 10 to 15 classes to get it clear about all the things that I kept pending.
Yeah. Okay, Ramji.
Okay. So I wanted everyone to practice the programs in the Eclipse from today, and I wanted everyone to follow the naming standards and use the shortcut keys in the Eclipse. So if you are a good developer, if you are a good programmer, you have to use the shortcut keys and write the program fastly. You should not waste 15-20 minutes of time to write the program, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay then. So let's meet in the evening class.
Yeah.
So
What time in the evening,
class
Ramji?
time will be at I think it is 9:30 Eastern time. I'll take the class at 9:30 Eastern time if you are okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me. I
Case
don't know
of
about
any
others.
changes, if I get stuck with the work, because I am in California, right? So
Yes.
my time will be 6:30. So if I get stuck with office work or something like that, so I will let you know in the group. But if I did not inform anything in the group, means there is a class at 9:30 Eastern time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Ramji.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah. Bye, Ramji.